Hi, welcome to Stretch. Today we're going to move from slow to fast, or let's say from down to active. And we're going to start in our resting position and we're going to move into our warm up to get us going for the whole day. So, this is a really good workout at the beginning of the day or before a really long walk or hike or whatever that you're going to do. So, we're going to start actually in tabletop just to get those hips opened up before we do anything else, the hips in the back. So, here we are in tabletop with our hands under our shoulders and our knees under our hips. We're going to inhale and drop that belly, pull that glute up, the neck stretches in the front, the shoulder blades come together, you're opening the chest. Then you're going to exhale and move it all in the opposite direction, opening those shoulder blades, bringing that back up, stretching the neck in the opposite direction, extending through the arms. Inhale again. Exhale, push out, pull that belly way in to protect your back. Inhale again. Exhale, push out, and then hold it right there. I want you to hold it in this tabletop. We're going to rock back and forth a little bit, do some little activation while we stretch. 4, 3, 2, 1, come to center. You're going to take your right arm forward, put the fingertips into the mat, lift the palm and the elbow off the floor, bend the other elbow, bring that one to the floor and bring your body all the way down. So if this is too much strain on your shoulder, then drop that elbow down and pull the hand in a little bit, but we're trying to get that shoulder really pushed out. Nice. Exhale and inhale and exhale and inhale and really open up. Then flatten that hand, get the arm all the way down. Take it across the other arm, push into the hip. So right hip is pushing out without losing your stance on the knees, on the legs. Good. And really feel that opening. So we're taking that whole side into open. Keep your head neutral all through this. Sitting back, sitting back, sitting back, sitting back. All right, bring the arm back to the top of the mat, slide it in, and just come back into child pose. Just a nice soft one right here. Beautiful. Breathe 3 times. Push yourself back up into tabletop. Reach the left arm forward, putting those fingertips into the mat. Coming back onto the elbow of the other arm and feel that extension through the shoulder and the fingers and lifting the palm and the elbow off the mat. And breathe into it. Beautiful. And again, if this is any strain, just bring it down. All right, take it across the right arm, push into the left hip. We get that serratus stretching, all that underarm. We got the lats reaching, but we're keeping that center stance. Beautiful. Bring it back to the top, slide it in a child pose, and then come into a V with your arms as you sit back into child pose. And lift those elbows off the floor. Our hands are flat, but we're getting the tops of our shoulders and all the way down the front of our arms, and sit back. And then lower your head to the floor, bring those hands beside your legs as if you're going to grip your ankles, and then just breathe into it and rock a little bit side to side. Loosen up that body. Put your hands in front of your shoulders. Crawl the arms forward in a bent position. Drop your chest down and feel that extension. Your glutes are up to the ceiling. And now bring yourself back up into tabletop and come on over to one side. You're going to take both arms to the front corner of the mat, both the legs to the back corner of the mat, and you're going to create a little bit of a rainbow or a circle or something right here that makes you feel really stretched out in that hip. Nice. Just feel that extension. Now bring the top arm around and bring those knees up. So you're in a reclined spinal twist, pushing the shoulders into the floor. looking toward the ceiling or away from your knees, so over to the other arm. Take a nice deep breath here, feel the extension. Bring it up. Beautiful. Come back, bring your knees up to the ceiling. Remember which leg was on top because that's the one we're going to work with right now. Bring the knees to tabletop. Grip the shin of the leg that was your top leg. Put the other one out into a flex. And that leg that's in a flex, I want you to rock it side to side. So just do a little windshield wiper with it there so it doesn't get all stiffed out while we do this work on the other side. Nice. Beautiful. So let's take a little bit of a curl up right into the center of your leg, and we're going to get a little bit more extension. Pull that belly in and then curl it down. Take the leg up, just straight up, not pulling it in yet. Rotate the ankle one direction for 4. And then the other. And then wherever you can grab that leg, we're going to start to bring it down. So you can keep the leg long with that tiny flex, or you could bring it in, and that'll give you a little bit more cooperative muscle work here in the center. So I like to isolate because I want to work on the parts that aren't doing so well. Big inhale and exhale, lower. Big inhale and exhale, lower. Big inhale and exhale, lower. I want you to breathe through it. Really feel. Part of us just holds our breath while we're trying to do these stretches, but the more we supply it with oxygen, the better we're going to be, right? So let's breathe into it. 2 more. Last one. Let's put our hand on the outside of that foot, bring the knee down to the shoulder. I'd like the foot stacked over the knee so you have it parallel there and not dropping down and opening that knee up. So bring it down. It's our half happy baby pose. Let's do 4 more breaths. Good. We're going to release it back to the ceiling. We're going to flex, bend slightly, point, bend slightly, flex, and point. 2 more sets. Flex and point. Last set. Flex and point. Grab that leg again and bring it down some more. Big inhale and exhale, lower. Big inhale and exhale, lower. Big inhale and exhale, lower. And just 4 big breaths. Now I'd like you to take the ankle across the other ankle. Bring your arms beside you in a sweep. Push yourself up. Take a nice stretch across into a forward fold and get that stretch. Drop the shoulders away from the ears and get that stretch in the hips and back. Nice. Bring yourself up to seated. Bring your knees up, and we're taking that banana stretch over to the other side. So the arms go to the top of the mat, the feet to the bottom. And we make that curve with our hips so somebody's grabbing us in the middle. It's kind of like a downward facing dog on the mat. And just bring it here for 4. Beautiful. And then we scoot those knees up. We bring our body over for that reclined spinal twist, pushing those shoulders into the floor. Try to keep those knees together. Really make those breaths nice and long. We're going to get to more active and percussive breathing later as we go toward warm up. But right now, we just want to deeply address those nice, sleepy, cooled down muscles and just give them some love. All right, we're bringing that body back to the front or to the center, grabbing onto the shin, stretching that other leg out. You're going to get a nice deep stretch here and then rock it side to side. Windshield wiper the long leg side to side. 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to take that leg up, rotate the ankle in one direction for 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then the other direction for 4. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Bring it back to it. Squeeze, curl yourself up and get that whole back up. Try to keep the shoulders away from your ears, looking through those legs. And then bringing yourself down, and then that leg goes up. Grab on wherever. Big inhale and exhale, lower. And again. And again. Good. Good job. 4 big breaths. Yeah, that's right. Now grab that foot on the outside, bring it down, and you're going to have that foot over that knee and breathe 4 times. Started on the wrong leg, had to switch. One more, then bring it up. You have a point, bend that knee, you have a push up to a flex, bend that knee, you have push up into a point, bend and flex. 2 more, bend and point, bend and flex, and bend and point, and bring it down again. Big inhale and exhale, lower. Big inhale and exhale, lower. And big inhale and exhale, lower. Good job. Breathe 4 times. He doesn't want to move. 2 more. Put that foot flat on the floor. Bring the other leg beside it. Put your hands beside, oh, sorry, I forgot that part. Cross that leg over the other, and then you're going to curl yourself up into that forward fold. There we go. And breathe into it. It's trouble with filming live, guys. Can't redo it. And then bring yourself up and let's turn into our straddle. All right. Part of what's important here is getting anchored properly on your sit bones. So if this is hard for you to get on your sit bones and have your legs open, you're welcome to bend those knees because we really need to be anchored inside of this. So we're going to start with the upper body and take the arms out to the side. And the first stretch is going to be a side stretch right here. So the goal is to keep your head over your tailbone, but your bicep over your ear. You're coming into a rib to hip stretch. So sometimes we stretch up, sometimes we stretch out. We're stretching down. We're creating that curl. So the hand beside your hip is bending, right? The arm. Good. And feel that. Nice, big, deep stretch. Now we're going to come over into an open stretch on the other side, putting our hand into our instep, the other arm over our head, and we should be looking diagonally as we stretch in this one. Take a nice big stretch. Now let's bring the arm back and try to push it just a little bit more and try to keep yourself as open as possible. We're kind of stacking those shoulders, right? Breathe into it. Not saying it's easy to have that kind of open body, right? Now we're going to bring ourselves up and turn toward the other leg and come on down. So it's a nice open back stretch right here. You're trying to be as even as possible on the surface of your leg. 4 breaths. We're going to slide it back into open and take it in the other direction. Rib cage to hip stretch. Get a nice opening, stacking those shoulders, right? Trying not to fall behind your sit bones. Good. Another breath. And then the hand in front and come on over. You're in a diagonal opening here, looking in the corner of the room. Nice. And then we're going to come up and turn and lower down. Slide it in. We're coming to the center and rolling our shoulders back 8 times. Put your hands in the center so that the move to the back is longer. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Put the hands behind and move it forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. You're going to curl yourself down, pulling up through that, under that rib cage, and walking yourself forward in increments. Shoulders away from your ears, legs are reaching out, back is nice and long, head is neutral on your spine, not dropping or lifting it. Elbows are on the floor if you can. Good. And then push into those hands, extending your stretch, looking down between those fingers, and then lowering it down again. Lock it in. Nice. Now we're going to activate these lower stretches just a little bit. Bring this leg in. Bring yourself up into wild baby. Oh, yeah, let's see. Baby wild thing, that's what it is. And then over into a side opening. Open. Then over. And then side opening. Just rotate it over. Over, up. And side opening. Good job. And last one. And take it up over here and then hold it. Lift up and hold. Good. From here, we bring the arms up and center, up and over, up and center for these, up and over, up and center, using those hips and that waist, those obliques. And last one, bring it down. Nice job. And we're going to the other side. Same thing. You're going to take it up and then over it to that open side. And then up and over to that open side. And 2 more. And over to that open side. And last one. And over to that open side and hold it here. Lift up, get that nice stretch, parallel arms. You bring it center and over, center and over, center and over. Last time, and hold it again. And then bring it to the front and bring your legs to butterfly. Pulling up. I want you to pull back as if somebody's just punched you in the belly without pushing your shoulders forward. Let them go natural because you're holding on to those thighs. And then bring it up. And then sit back and bring it up. It's kind of a seated cat-cow, right? Sit back and bring it up. And last time, sit back. Good job. And bring it up. We are bringing the legs side to side here. And I'd like you to hold on to that shin. Instead of coming over, we're going to push out and come across and through. Push out, hang on to that leg, come across and through. So you're feeling the extension in the hip, coming across and through, push out, coming across and here, and we hold it up, putting our arm by our ear, and then come on over to that stretch. And breathing. And then bring that elbow to the floor and come on over for a long stretch through the lats. Nice. And then bring yourself up to seated and switch to the other side. All right, the best you can with those bent knees. And I know it's hard. Take it out and across and through. Take it out and across. Good job. Out, across, and through, and out, across, and good. And then we come on up and over. Reach, 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 reach. Giving yourself that center spot, feeling the movement in the hip here. Beautiful. And then come on down to those elbow, that elbow, and come across. From here, we rotate ourselves down to the mat, lengthening our legs. Pull your belly button to your spine. Beautiful. We're going to alternate cobras and child pose. So I want you to take a 2 count on each. So we're coming up into the cobra, elbows are at your side, hands are under your shoulders. Come on up. Take it 1 and 2. Sit back into child pose. 1 and 2. Bring it back and all the way down. 3 more of those. Bring it up. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. 1 and 2. Bring it back. 1 and 2. Take it forward and lower it all the way down. 2 more. Take it up. Drop the shoulders. 1 and 2. Take it back. 1 and 2. Take it forward and all the way down. Last one. Good job. Take it up. 1 and 2. Take it back. 1 and 2. And then bring it all the way down. Now we're going to do 2 of these for a count of 8. Right? So take it up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe all the way through it. 5, 6, 7, 8. Bring it back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Bring it forward and all the way down. Again, beautiful. Take it up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Bring it back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And bring it all the way through and come into a long arm plank. And hold that stretch. Push through those heels. Good job. Eyes are down, but not under. Legs are extended. Now you're going to take one foot and point it out and hold it. And then bring it down, and the other one, hold it out. It's again an 8 count. And then bring it down, lower again, and then we're going to bring those up and bring our knee in on each side for 8. So let's come on back up into that plank. If you need to do it on your elbows, of course, you're welcome to do that. Pull up, knee comes in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Extend. Knee comes in on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Lower here. Bring the other leg beside it. Sit back into parallel child's pose and just hold. Take a nice deep breath. Beautiful. So we're moving through the more static to the more active work. We're going to combine it a little bit before we go all the way to the warm-up. So we are here, head over tailbone, getting a nice big stretch. I want you to reach back to your heels. Whatever your range of motion here is, mine's very poor, but whatever your range of motion here is fine. Just reach back. I want you to feel that whole big opening in the front. I don't want it to be too stressful though, okay? So let's walk one leg forward and give that nice big lunge without pushing past the foot, right? You want to feel both sides extended as much as possible. And your head's over your tailbone and your shoulder blades are down. Good. Now you're going to come back on that heel, but still standing lifted in that lifted position. Arms out to the side and turn away from that stretching leg. Good, and hold it right there. You can feel the hip having an attitude. Get your head over your tailbone. Good, and bring it back to center. And then we put our hands at our hips and hinge into the middle of that leg. You can put your hands down to frame the leg and just push into it. And we flatten that foot. Bring yourself up. Push the other knee into the floor and bring it off the floor right here into that lunge, that low lunge. Nice, really push through. Extend the legs some more, bring yourself up some more, get your hands beside your hips. Then you're going to rotate that leg to the short or to the long end of the mat. We start to find ourselves into our warrior two. Right here, pushing through everything. This is an incredible opener, right? Just breathe into it. I want us to hold this. And then we're going to come on over into this little arc backwards. Open, open, open. Beautiful job. Really keep pushing through. The temptation to straighten that leg out is real, right? And then come on down as far as you can and big wide open angle right here. Now look up to that arm. We're going to do a little bit of a neck twist here, opening the scalenes. Push the turned foot to the long edge of the mat. Come on down to your elbows. Nice. Walk it over to the other side and bring yourself down into tabletop again. Take a nice deep breath here. Let's do a couple of cat cows just for the love of our back. We'll exhale up, inhale down, exhale up, inhale down, and exhale up and come to neutral. We bring ourselves up, reach back again as much as we can. And then pull it up, hands at the hips. Take that other leg up and we're into our low lunge on the other side. And of course, anything that's done on the knees can be done standing up. So if the pressure on your knees is unbearable or even slightly painful, feel free to stand up. Good job. All right, we're coming back onto that heel, staying lifted. And then turning away from it again, right out here. Nice. Kind of get yourself as parallel and as rotated as possible. Beautiful. Bring it back to center. Chest comes down. You can put your hands on the floor for this and breathe. Make sure your head's on your spine. You're not pushing it back against the neck, right? Right foot comes down. Other foot to the floor. We come up first into a bent knee low lunge, folding that and then extending that leg and bringing ourselves up as high as we can, pushing that heel behind us. So opening in front of that groin. Then we rotate that leg to the front. We're still in this low position. Arm comes out to the side, head over tailbone. Whatever you need to adjust to get it open and parallel, shift things around. All right, come on back. Nice big stretch. And come on down. Lifting up and looking up. Try to open your chest as much as possible, stacking those shoulders. Releasing the arms to the center, pointing the feet to the long end of the mat, come down to your elbows. Good. Perfect. Are both feet, legs straight to the forward. All right, we're going to lunge over to one side. Just lunge on over, hanging on to that foot over there. Nice long lunge. I want you to kind of flatten your back to the center. Just hold that stretch. Now, you're going to straighten that leg up and put your chest on that thigh. So you're rotating toward it. And then back to the center, right here. Let's dive through. Let's feel it as it reaches through. Beautiful. All right, let's go over to the other side. Same thing, hang on to it. Flatten that back. Right out to the center. Then straighten that leg and rotate that chest so it's right on that thigh. Beautiful. We're going to bring it back to center, then bring ourselves around and bring ourselves to the top of the mat. So you slide that other leg forward. Come on over into a forward fold and just hold it right there. Make sure I'm in the camera. Okay. All right, let's come up to halfway hold. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. You're nice and long. And then fold again, putting your hands on the floor. You can step back or jump back. We want to just do a little bit of a flow. So we're holding that plank. You're going to push back, push your heels back as you lower your chest and then lift it up into upward dog. And I want you to hold that a little bit because we don't do that position enough. Okay, downward facing dog. Walk it in if you need to. Take it all the way back and really feel the reach. You're going to stay here for a moment. Nice. And breathe. Let's open those hips up. First, we're going to take one leg across the other. So you have that stretch to one side. So there's an opening from your serratus all the way down to your heels, going across those lats. Nice. And then bring that back over, other side, cross it, cross it. And then take this one up to a big stretch up. Bend the knee, reach that knee to the ceiling, try to stack to the side, and then extend that leg into a point as much as possible. You're not losing the length of your arms on either side. You're nice and parallel. Good. Reach, reach, reach. And then bend it. knee comes down and lower it down. You're going to do the same thing on the other side. You're going to take it all the way up. You're going to reach back and then bend the knee and then take that to the ceiling. Get that reach and then extend that leg. Reach, 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 not losing your parallel push on the mat in front. And then bend it and bring it back down and just hold that downward facing dog and then go to plank again and hold. Bring your knees to the floor and sit back into child pose. Now this time we're going to lift and then open those knees up and keep those toes together and then sit back into that child pose. Reaching. Nice, feel it. And then bring it yourself back to tabletop, back up into your downward facing dog, and walk it all the way through and bring yourselves up. And then we're facing the front of the mat. Doing a lot of good work today. Opening those legs, arms out to the side, shift side to side. Good. And we're going to add 8 on here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bringing those arms up. We're going to do the same thing this time, adding a knee bend, up and up, getting that form. I use 4 to get that form, and then I add the 8 on, so that if you need to know a method to my madness, that's where it is. So it's 8 more. 8, reach, 7, nice, 6, last 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1, both sides. Bring them behind you, and we're going to push down. Wiggle those legs into sit bone width apart and soften them. Bring those hands together, prayer, elbows out. You're sitting into a demi squat, taking it across into that open rotation. You can even go lower if you feel that would be more excess, more of your flexibility. Then bring it up and over to the other side, stacking those elbows, looking straight ahead. And then bring it up and we twist those arms around each other for a eagle, palm to palm. 4 breaths. Switch. And then bring it out into a big open cactus and then hands at the side. You're going to take one leg up into your tree position and hold it out. We want to get those hips nice and open for the day. You're going to be on hard pavement. You want to have resilience and absorbability and agility and flexibility. Man, you can hold it like I'm holding it, or you can hold on to something. Having a little bit of a balance thing today. Get your head over your tailbone. Yes, beautiful. And again, above the knee or below the knee, but not on the knee. Other side. Let's bring it up. Good, and hold it right there. Great. And then the leg down, slightly separated. You're going to swing into a curl and then bring it up. Swing it into a curl and then bring it up. 2 more. Swing and up and swing and up. And then we're going to go side to side. So I want you to, again, put those feet behind those heels. We want to get a warm up going. So the stretch is great, but putting it into action and giving it a blood supply is even gooder. Gooder, greater, better. 4, and 3, and 2, and 1, both sides. Okay, then we're going to cross over and sit down. And again, you can hold on. I can't push on this leg, so I'm going to go halfway down. Eyes ahead on the floor. My knee just went, and then switch to the other side. This one is okay. I can sit down on this one. And hold it, drop the shoulders, eyes ahead on the floor. And then bring it up, and we're going to kick out for 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Then out to the side, take it, push. Good. We're going to work laterally. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Bring it back to center. Arms come up, and then over and over. Take this a little bit slower because I don't want you to twist anything out of position. Good. Nice. 8. Adding that 8 on it. 7, 6. Last 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Come back to the center. Slide down and over. Lift up, slide down and over. Doing a little bit more pulsing again. And again. We're going to do 2 more sets. It's a little bit of a forward pulse if you want to. And last set. And then bring it back to center. Soften those knees. It's washing machine. Yay. Ending out. We're all stretched out, all ready to go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come to the center. Breathe it up, down. 2 more up, down. Last time up and down. Thank you for coming to stretching. We went from static to active, and I hope you felt your body open up, the oxygen fill up all those muscles, and everything get warm and ready to go.